Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? Alright. Give me just a sec while I pull up the live stream info. Welcome to the stream. For those of you who are already in here, give me just a sec as I'm not ready yet. Live stream. Here we go. There we are. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another In the Studio with Rockit. I am going to be mixing the For Honor song live for you guys today, which, again, this is something that I have been putting off doing because I don't want to give away all my secrets. But I think that it will be fun for you guys to watch. And I've never done it before, so why not, you know? So, Here we are. We'll give it a few minutes until we really get started. Let's make sure everything's working all right. SS Sniper, we're Wolf. We have a name I can't pronounce. Hello, Vengeful One. User, Dragonfight, Pablo Munez. User, Siege Rising's in the house. YouTuber Frisk Anime, TJ's in the house. Ellie Ear, Cabal, Vengeful Peter. Everyone, Sinus Creep. Everyone, yeah! Welcome, you guys. This is really exciting because I'll just move this up there. There we are. Hey, cool. All right. Looks like we have a lot of new people in the stream, so that's very exciting. I'm glad to hear that. Let me make sure this is a good... Oh, cool. I'm right in the middle for y'all. Perfect. How's the sound quality for y'all? Pretty good? Are we doing all right? Give me a 1, 2, 3 if we're crushing. Let's see. Go Jack League Gamer, I'm here. It's 8 PST. Cool. Well, welcome to another stream. I know it's early today, but I have to get this done, and I figured I would stream it. So why not? So today we're going to be mixing the vocal session that some of you may have watched Vinny Noose and I record last time. And yeah, so here are the dry vocals, as you can tell. Whoa, what is that doing in here? Factions we will rage war. Get out of here. What is that? Get out. Alright. Here we go. Make sure this is all good. Okay.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a poleaxe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death in a might. Swinging a blow, watch them go smite. Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us. That I'm sensing you're defenseless. That I mention my intentions. That I carve out your intestine.
So that's basically where we're at right now. I did all of the pre-editing, so I did all the vocal pitch correction. I did all of the matching up of the actual vocals. But since we're here and you guys might be wondering how I actually do that, I'll show you guys real quick. So when we recorded 3 different takes, right? So 3 different tracks for everything, and that's really to give that beefy sound. But in order to make that sound like a crisp one sound, we have to go into a program that is called Vocaline, right? So essentially what you do, this is what the program looks like. You hit capture audio.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
And you click it, right? Now, there's no guide signal, so it's not going to have anything. But basically, it takes one signal from, say, track 1, and then it dubs it to track 2, and then you hit align and edit, and it combines the 2 audio signals into one signal. So it's really badass for mixing vocals and getting it to sound beefy and all in one cohesive space. Let's see, I'm watching you in school. Thanks, Mr. Sharknado. That's badass. Tell them you're learning and this is more important than school. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move this on over to the left because we don't need it that much. But first things first, I like to go ahead and get started with my verse. Oh, my mom's calling me. Let's see what she's got to say. Hello, Mom.
Hello, son. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you? That's fantastic. I'm currently live streaming and I gotta go, so I'll call you later when I'm done. Okay. Well, I love you. Okay. Well, I'll call you. I'll call you after I'm done. Bye. You know when you tell your mom that you're doing something and then she continues to ask, she's like, but, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm busy. Okay, here we go.
Law bring.
So, what we're going to do here is first off start, now I've already done this just because I had a pre-session mixed out ready to go. But basically my left track and my right track, I'm going to pan those out. We're looking at about 14 left and 14 wide. But let's go ahead and just let's treat this first vocal here. So,
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster.
So that sounds pretty good on its own, but it's not where it wants to be. Now, I'm not going to go through and talk about everything that I'm doing just because I don't want to give away all my secrets. But I'm going to bus this whole verse track to an auxiliary, and I'm going to make this auxiliary. I have a preset here that I've made for ourselves and our vocals and what works well with them. So basically what's on here is I have a UAD Pultec EQ with much of the low end taken off of the voice because I don't want the vocals to be sitting in the vocal track with any bass coming through really. I mean, there's a fine line and I'll show you what I mean here. But let's listen to it without, right?
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
Now the first EQ I have,
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
you can hear that low end, and maybe you can't that well over the speakers, but the low end of the voice is actually being taken out of here, right? And then I have an additional EQ on here, which I'm again cutting out right around 200.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
Now, as you can tell, that sounds a little bit like a radio, so we might have to adjust it. I'm not sure yet. And then I have the 1176 UAD plug-in here for the vocal compression, which these are my settings. You could take a look at it if you're interested in what my compression settings would be. But as you can hear, it really enhances the audio. It makes everything a clean signal getting passed through and making sure that all of the vocal nuances and attenuations are being outputted at the same level, so you're not getting anything coming out or too low, and you want to hear everything just as crisp as it was meant to hear. So,
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're...
You can really hear that difference. So that is our compression setting, and then I have a de-esser on here, which is my LOS.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and
all that does is when you're singing into a mic, the S's and T's and P's and all that stuff really come through. That's what a pop filter does, and it helps get rid of that stuff. But it still comes through. You don't want that harsh s. When you compress vocals, that s, that compression really affects the S's. So,
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless.
So you can hear a major difference of what that sounded like going in.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
That's just ugly. All right, so let's hang there for a bit. Now, I'm going to send this track to... I'll send it to aux 3. Now, aux 3, we're going to go ahead. I have a vocal... it's called my pop verb that I have. And this is what I use a lot. This is my UAD 140 plate reverb, which is a fantastic, most commonly used reverb in the professional industry for vocals, and it's really just the best. So you guys can hear this.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're...
That's a little much, right? So now I have the wet turned up all the way because I'm only sending part of that signal in, so I can...
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
I can control how much I really want in there, right? So anyway, this is the reverberation time. If anyone's interested, it tells you how long the reverb is coming through and all that good stuff. So, who do we got in here? We got Dragon Cats Gaming. Hello, Vengeful One. Yes, we started. Yes, we started. Hanny Zoo, what's up? I need to watch your live stream. Yes, you do. Zachary Grimmstein, what's up, girl? All right.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite.
So do I want any echo on here? I use Echo Boy, Sound Toys Echo Boy. I don't think I'm going to put any echo on here. What's up, Random Pigeon?
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless.
I might actually put a little reverb on this. So on hip-hop and rap, I like to put on delay very subtly in the background because it really adds to that. It adds to the flavor of where it sits in the mix. Now, I don't do it all the time, and it's very important to dial back on that because you can definitely overdo it. Hey, what's up, Pets Up? Welcome to the stream, everybody who's new. Thank you for coming to watch. I appreciate it. Random Pigeon, if you're in here, and all you guys who are interested in vocal production, hope you guys are enjoying these live streams. I'm not going to do them that often. I'm not going to give away all my tricks. Okay, so this is my verse 1. So as you can see, I've labeled this verse 1L, verse 1M. This is pair for parallel compression. I'll get to that in just a second, and then verse 1R. So I always start with one section. So these are just my verses, right? So we're still on. I have soloed this middle track here. Now, for my main vocal track, I like to put a decapitator on. Now, what this really is, it's a saturator. And the saturator, what's longer to make, a song or a mashup? A song for sure. So what I like to do is essentially saturate the main vocal a little bit so it cuts through the mix different. It sits in the mix better when everything else is in there, and you can have that one main track that you want to really get through, cut through the rest of it so it's not all jumbled up together. So what I like to do is start with, and you know, every one of these programs comes with presets, right? For the ease of this tutorial, I'm going to start with presets and then tweak as usual, and I know most producers do this, and it's really great. They make these presets for a reason. So I'm going to start off with mild 2 box. Now they have this drive up to about 3. They got the low cut here, tone sitting in the middle, and they got the high cut down here, but I like to increase the high cut a little bit. Sorry, let's see here.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
So what this actually does, this is like your EQ, right? So this, you can take out the low, take out the highs.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor.
So, I'm going to quit this real quick. Quit my mail. Okay. So we want that high to come through because your vocals, so the vocals, for those of you who are into music production, the vocals are the thing that sits on top of that mix, and the rest of the meat of the mix, you don't want your vocals in that range. You don't want it at all. I mean, sometimes you do, but most of the time for your main vocal, you don't. So, user air, Jokalo, Flolo, dude, shout out. What's up? Fred Bear, what's up? Simon Fraser, what's up? How much did all this cost, dude? Random Pigeon, the whole Rockit Gaming studio and everything on the computer, we're looking at about it's like $60,000 that we have in here so far. And as far as all of the programs that we use, it's probably half of the studio cost. We spend a lot of stuff on these plugins and all that good stuff for vocal production. Okay.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor.
So you can hear that difference. What this is doing is it's saturating. It's adding a little distortion. It's adding some harmonics in there to really let it strike through the rest of the mix.
Lawbringers.
So even if I played it with the mix right now.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a pole axe sticking in. Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
So that sounds pretty rad. Now, like I said before, this might have been a little bit too cut out on the low end, so let's hear.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we...
So now you can hear my actual tone of my voice coming through a little bit more because I had cut it out a little too much, and you want to be careful of that. So, Dragon Cats Gaming, what's up? You are noticed, my friend. Now, something that I do to let that main vocal really shine through is I do a parallel compressed track. Now, what that means for you audio goofs is I create a secondary track right underneath the main track, and I label it par, but you know, if I wanted to really get into it, I'd parallel compress, right? Boom, parallel. I can't read it now, so parallel. Okay, so parallel is right there. It's the same exact track. Now, if I had two of the same exact tracks underneath it and they were just playing together without any differences, they would sound the same but louder.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
That's with both playing. Now with one,
Lawbringers,
there's no difference. So, but the difference here, and this is the cool part, is what we're going to do is have the main track has our decap. The parallel track underneath it. Now, there's already pre-compression going into this mix when we had recorded this. But what I like to do is throw on an LA2A. Now, it's not necessarily used for vocals, but what I do is I push up the gain and I have the peak reduction really high. So it's dipping this track pretty heavily, right? But what it does is it boosts up the signal a bit for that main track that sits right on top of it to have its space and be a little bit louder in the mix.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
So
Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're...
this is a really compressed track. I have the gain blasting at 70 and the peak reduction at 60 as well. This is a really, like, I wouldn't want my main vocals to be there alone. But is there an easy way to install non-music gurus? No, I'm doing the best I can. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, just sit back and enjoy the stream, I guess. I don't know. So here's what it sounds like together.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight.
Without it?
Lawbringers.
With it?
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
It's going to be a little hard for you guys to tell on your end everything that I'm doing here because it's so subtle, a lot of music production, you know? All right, Renee Foreman, what's up? Toby Frost, what's up? So does this affect the whole track or just the section? Well, it depends. So right now I'm working on this, which this whole track is my vocal. This is my main track here, Pigeon. So these are my two my main tracks for the verses. I'm not even talking about chorus or anything like that. Everything's different. So these are the two verse tracks. These are also both in the middle. So my main track here and my parallel track are going to be dead center in the middle. Okay. Now on the sides, I also have recorded this 3 times, like I said. So you can hear what they all sound like together.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
Without the sides.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors.
So the sides, you guys, it's a very subtle effect, but what it does is it adds a beef. It adds a beef to everything, and you may not be able to hear it through the audio over on your end, but it adds a beefiness to the track that you just can't get otherwise. You can try to replicate it with doublers and other things like that, but it's really not the same as recording it over and over again. Let's see. I enjoy your content. Just want to help my brain stop swimming. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, so here we go. So my left and my right tracks, I have them panned to the left a little bit so they're not just sitting in the middle, so they're not cluttering up that space. It's really important that you give everything its own space. So they are panned a little bit to the left, -18, and -right-teen, you can hear. Right-teen, -18 to the right. Okay, so together...
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in.
Now, this is going to be interesting. You guys can hear this flawless part. Comes in a little early.
So we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you.
It's a little early. I'm not saying it's crazy early, but it is early, and I want to fix that. So I'm going to turn this in. This is my my stretch time. It's called flex time in Logic. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually edit the way that I say flawless here because I want it to come in perfectly on time. Okay, so let's listen to this.
Honor cause we're flawless.
Let's listen to the metronome.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless.
And you can see it here. This is where the actual beat comes in, and I say flawless a little early. So let's just move it over.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless.
Now that was not right.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless.
It just needs to go over a little bit. So basically, the peak right here, I see the peak where I say flaw. That wants to be lined up right there. And same with the rest of this. I can just see it where it's going to be. So I'm going to move that over. I'm going to move that over. And now, let's hear what this sounds like together now.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to...
Because we're flawless.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless. But
I also said because we're a little too fast. I think it should be here. Let's see what this sounds like. I don't know if this is right yet. So let's see.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless. Fight for honor cause we're flawless.
No. See, that's not right. So
Fight for honor cause we're flawless.
I can probably move all these just a little over.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless.
There we go. That.
Fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut. Fight for honor cause we're flawless. But
see what that sounds like.
fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut. Fight for honor cause we're flawless. Fight for honor cause we're flawless. Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to...
It's a little off still. I can fucking hear it. It's pissing me off here.
Honor cause we're flawless.
It's got to move just a sliver here. Although why did... Let's see. It's got to move over a snippet here, you guys. I can't move it all at once. Perfect. Let's get this together here.
Flawless. Honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half. I'm a monster. Fight for honor cause we're flawless.
It's got to come a little sooner. See, and this is the tricky part, is just, it's not always going to be exact because when I say flawless, F, the flaw. You want to, you just got to listen. You know, we got to make sure we're listening to it.
Because we're flawless. Then we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death in a mic. Swinging a blow, watch him go smite. Chaining together my moves despite.
Alright, I'm happy with that. So this actually sounds pretty fucking hot if you ask me right now. Roxy SFM asks what I use to make songs. This is Logic 10 is what we're in right now. I did my makeup while watching this. Dragon, that's badass. I'm new to you. Thank you, Renee. Well, we're happy to have you. I'm here for every stream. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So, this all sounds killer. This main track, I'm really digging what this sounds like.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless.
Now, I'm probably not going to have all these tracks in here at once because now I told you I had those triple tracks. I don't want those in for this intro because this intro is just very raw. So it's...
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monk.
I'm going to turn the EQ down a little bit.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death in a mic. Swinging a blow, watch him go smite. Chaining together my moves despite.
I really like that part. Alright, so to be honest, the fact you can notice these little changes or differences increases your IQ, in my opinion. Thank you, Vengeful. I'm glad you think my IQ is better because of it. All right, so here are the harmony tracks to this little bit here.
Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, and I'm sensing your defensive.
Now this little, you hear this breath?
Chaining again.
I don't want that in here. So we're gonna get rid of the breath. I'm gonna crossfade in so we don't get a pop.
Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, and I'm sensing you're defenseless. That I mention my intentions, that I carve out your chaining together my moves.
Alright, so these sound pretty good on their own, but
Chaining together my moves despite.
I want them to sit a little bit better.
Chaining together my moves despite the
So
odds are against us.
You can see in the EQ over here, look how much low frequencies are shining through on this, and it's not even, you know, it's not even really part of this track. We don't want that coming through, so I'm actually going to cut a lot of this because this is going to be sitting in the mix, so it doesn't necessarily matter if the low end of this portion is cutting through.
Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, and I'm sensing your defenseless.
Now that on its own would sound really fucked up, but don't worry. So I have these panned about 30 left and 30 wide.
Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, and I'm sensing your defenseless.
Sounds like a radio effect, but listen to this together.
Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, that I'm sensing you're defenseless. That I mention my intentions, that I carve out your intestines. Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, that I'm sensing you're defenseless. That I mention my intentions, that I carve out your intestines.
Like you can't really, I think I have a little bit too much to...
Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, that I'm sensing you're defenseless. That I mention my intentions, that I carve out your intestines.
Cool. The tone of that was a little bit low. It didn't sound as cutty as I wanted it to.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death in a mic. Swinging a blow, watch him go smite. Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us, that I'm sensing you're defenseless. That I mention my intentions, that I carve out your intestines.
Alright, killer. I'm really digging the way that first verse sounds. So I'm going to cut this to this, which is all this empty space, which we just don't need. Alright, we have these oohs and ahs in the beginning of the track, but I don't want to get to that just yet. I'm also going to move, so we're going to call this verse harmony left, verse harmony right, and I'm going to move these up here because they're going to be sitting underneath the track. I like to stay as organized as possible. And these are no tracks at all. Worthless, worthless, worthless. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's move on to the chorus, because that's what everyone really cares about. Am I right? Okay. So who's here? I think this is going to be Vinny. I don't know.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor.
That's me. Let's hear Vinny.
With our faction, this is war.
There's Vinny. I hear him. Hey, Vinny, if you're watching, this is you, buddy. Okay, so let's mute my stuff for just a sec. Let's get on Vinny. So we'll call this Vinny chorus main. All right.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die.
Shuriken boy, what's up, man? How are ya? All right, that's gonna be under chorus. Now, I like these settings here. I'm gonna copy it and move it over here, and I'm gonna probably...
This is war, and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die.
Alright, so I'm gonna move that decapitator over there. I'm gonna also move this parallel compression onto this as well. So we do want that to be the same.
Yeah. This is war, and I'm a warrior. Spill this. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood.
Random Pigeon's back. What's up? What's up? Alright. So, I don't know about this delay.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior.
Probably too much, but I'm into it.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die.
Now, Vince has a lower voice, so I'm probably going to cut out a little bit more.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war.
There we go.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die.
Those are nice. We die.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till
Will we sounds really hot.
Our faction, we will wage.
I don't know why.
Action, we will wage war till action, we will win.
So as you can hear, that little compression,
Action, we will.
it doesn't sound so hot, but this one does.
Action, we will wage war till action, we will.
I'll fix that later. I'll get to it later. Alright.
Action, we will wage war till we die.
So here, let's hear these harmonies for a sec.
We die.
Sounds nice.
We die. We die.
Okay.
We die. We die.
So we don't want those to pop in. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this little drag thing like I was doing earlier.
We die.
Now you can hear that's much better. Now these, we do not want the low end again coming in on these. So I'm taking away the low end. I'm also going to boost it around. I'm going to make a wide boost up here around the 2500 range. And I'm also going to throw on another saturator on this. Now, again, this is something that I do. Not everybody does this stuff. But so we're going to throw this on. I'm going to turn up this band. You can hear it adds a sparkle and a shimmer to this effect. So we're gonna move this over. That sounds nice.
We die. We die. We die.
Again, we don't need this low.
We die. We die.
So I'm cutting basically of these vocals a lot to eliminate the bass frequencies coming through that we just don't need to hear it. We're not going to hear it.
We die. we die.
Because Vince's main vocal is taking up that space.
Honor, with our faction we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior.
There we go. All right. So now that this is about to get beefy, we're going to turn on Vince's triple tracks and all that good stuff. So here's the triple, I think.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction we will wage war till we die.
As you can hear, it's very powerful.
Till we die.
Now I'm going to cut that so we don't hear his breath. His breaths are funky sounding. Sometimes breaths are okay to keep in a song, but most of the time I get rid of them. Do you have a Hello Neighbor song already? Sharukan boy, we have a lot of we have 3-4 Hello Neighbor songs, I think. Shamir, what's up? What are you saying whoa to? Chimeball, what's up?
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. This is war.
So what I'll probably do is actually cut out these on the side here and just have them come in hot on the war.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor.
Growl to the vocals to make it as tough as the game presents itself. Dylan. We're not done with this yet, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a...
Suck my Ashley. Why did you call your channel Rockit Gaming when you do mostly music? Suck my Ashley. Well, we do all music, and it's all about video games. So, I'm Rockit. We do music about video games. Rockit Gaming. Cool. Moving on. Here we go.
Action, we will wage war till we die.
Now we're going to get rid of these over here. We don't want those breaths. Now I think this is going to sound a lot better. And we're also going to get rid of this. Oh, what are these here?
With our faction, we will win for honor. With our
This is amazing, bro. I wish to work with you in the future. I need to up my game, and you're helping me every step of the way. You're welcome, Random Pigeon. I appreciate you coming in here. This really is for, you know, the fans who actually care about music production, because this stuff is not for everybody. Most people just are like, hey, make the song. I want to hear it, and be done with it. What is this? Oh, do I want those in there?
War till we die. This is war and I'm a
yeah, I do. Why wouldn't I want those in here? Hold on.
will wage war till.
I gotta move this over here, the we dies, because I'm gonna forget that. Alright. So let's get rid of the we, and we'll just come in with die.
War till we die.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful. Listen to that shit. Oh, where'd you get this whole talent? Salute you, dude. Thank you, man. I've been doing it my whole life, so I appreciate it.
Die. Die.
Again, we don't want the low on this. We're not gonna hear that.
Die.
So we're gonna copy that, copy paste. We're gonna move this to the 25. We'll move it to the other side of 25. And now let's see how we mix it in.
Die. 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 Die.
Now this is making an entire chord for those music buffs out there.
Die.
But we don't want those harmonies to overpower anything, so we just want them in. Zachary, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you like our songs. You don't like them, just your friend?
We will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. Without faction, we will wage war until we die.
So that's me on Vince is singing the whole chorus here. I'm singing all the harmonies. Now let's go a little further here. Let's put on. Now I want these vocals to sit really nicely in this mix, right? So what is this?
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor.
Now that's Vince's low vocals. Now check this out, guys. A special trick that I like to do that I don't tell a lot of people is this one right here. So for our low vocals, and if I start hearing you people do this, just give me credit. So I'm going to put on this program called Little Altar Boy. If you don't know what this is or haven't heard it before, we use it on a lot of our programs, but it's a very cool vocal editor. And Louisa Dance, what's up? But what I like to do on these, so we layer in a lot of times, and this is a trick that we do and a lot of pop production does, but we layer in an octave down of the actual melody. So here's the melody.
With our faction, we will wait for till we die.
So, you know, it's in that upper register. Now, listen to this. So here on the side are these guys.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor.
So you can hear it's the exact same melody. It's not a harmony or anything. It's just underneath it. Now, in order for that to sit really nicely in the mix, how did you get your voice so good? Were you born with it? Or did you get training? I am self-taught in everything that I've ever done. Actually, most of us here at Rockit Gaming have never really... We've gone to school for music, but it's not something that we went to school to become good at. We definitely are all inherently good at this. So, you're going to grow so fast that you have never thought of it. I hope so. Okay, so...
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood.
So what I'm doing is I'm changing the format. I'm not changing the actual pitch. I'm just actually changing the tonality of the voice, which makes it, you can get the chipmunky voice.
This is war and I'm a
Warrior.
So I'm going to move it down here to about 6.5, and I'm going to turn the drive up a little bit.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor.
Now, as you can tell, that sounds really fucked up. Like, who would really want to listen to that, right? And I'm also going to put it through a program called Micro Shifter, which this might be hard to hear, but what this really does is it basically doubles and it loosens up the audio files, and it loosens up the signal for the frequencies. So, I don't even really know how to explain it that well. It gives a chorus effect. So you can see here loose and tight. It just adds a delay to the sound, spacing it out a little bit. So it really is kind of like a doubler. But what I use it for is to mix it in with the instrumental. So a lot of these harmonies and everything that we do, and for the actual pop production, is it's just to be blended in. It's just a very produced sound, you know. So.
This is war and I'm a
So the main focus that we want to do, we'll probably do right around the middle here.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction.
So it's really subtle, but it beefs it up a little bit. And for these, I like to put them pretty heavy on the sides because they're not to be mixed in with the main vocal at all. They're just... There we go. So let's listen to what this sounds like with the instrumental.
This is war and I'm a
So you can hear, if that was the song, it would sound fucking terrible. But that's not the song. That's just a portion.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do.
Now, I don't want it to say this is. It's just going to be war. Because that's what everything else kind of does.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
Alright. So let's hear what this sounds like with all the harmonies in here right now.
It's war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor.
Now, these 4 honors.
No, for honor.
Which is the one?
We do it for honor.
Now, that's like the really epic line that I want to just like fucking screech. So I'm going to take these and put them on a new track underneath this. I'm going to copy these. And I'm going to label this, I don't know, epic harm left. And then epic harm right. And what I'm going to do to really enhance these is I'm going to put a decap on it, so it's in a pretty heavy saturation. So you can hear that. And then I'm also going to pull over the UAD 140 reverb. Probably a little too much, but you get the picture. I'm adding a much bigger reverb to this and I'm gonna put these bigger so that when you get to this part, it's gonna sound huge.
Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we
Probably turn them up a little bit.
Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our
There we go. So it's really gonna you're just gonna fucking hear those things blasting straight through the mix. Let's check this out.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we
Like, that sounds fucking sick. I'm probably gonna turn it down now that I turned it up.
warrior.
Also, 2-2, okay, cool.
Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die.
Alright, so we got some new harmonies up here. What do we got up here?
Factions, we will wage war till we die. Till we
Let's put on some of this.
Factions, we will wage war till we die. Factions, we will wage war till we die. Factions, we will wage war till we die.
Again, we don't want any of that low stuff coming through, especially with the altar boy changing the tonality of everything. So, let's see. Welcome, Siege Rising. You're back to the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Factions, we will wage war till we die.
That sounds fucking beautiful. Am I right? Absolutely. So let's hear what this whole chorus sounds like now, huh?
Tensions, I carve out the intestines. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
Man, that sounds fucking killer. Where's the till we die really hard?
Till we die.
So that one's cool. I think it's these ones up top.
Till we die.
That sounds pretty rad, but I kind of want those on the bottom one with heavy, heavy, heavy. Let's see.
Till we die.
Yeah.
Till we die.
I'll probably just have it on die. We don't need the till we.
Till we die.
Yeah. Vinny News says, what's up, stream? Alright. So let's see.
Tensions, I carve out your intestines. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war.
Factions we will.
Faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
Alright, cool. So that's sick. Do we want to alter Vinny's voice on that? Till we die. Maybe not yet. Maybe next one. What's up, TM? Q Sipper. Welcome to the stream.
I move despite the odds or against us that I'm sensing. You're defenseless that I mention my intentions. I carve out your intestines. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our back.
Alright, now, I went over this before, but this is important, and it's important to get everything timing-wise on. And I can hear some timing discrepancies here, so I'm going to turn everything to monophonic on the flex time. We're going to work one at a time just to make sure that the main track is proper. Mushroom Love and Ryan, what's up, man? Alright, so let's hear what this sounds like. Let's get in here.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor.
That's pretty on.
With our
It's the, I think width is funky. Let's see.
with our back.
with our
faction, with our faction, with our faction, we will action, we will with our faction.
I think it's like on the off. Let's see.
With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Wage war till we die.
Nope. Move it over, folks. I'm not even going to edit this right now. I will have to edit that a little later. It's going to stress me out. That stuff takes me a really long time to do some editing on that, and I don't want to bother you guys with that. So I'll go do that later. But yes, doing flex time and editing vocals is just something that you have to do. DA Games, what's up? Thanks for coming to the stream. All right, so.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
All right. So that's pretty fat. You guys can hear everything in there. All the vocals are sounding really nicely for this chorus, and I'm really digging it. So let's check out.
Till we die.
Now's a good time to get these bad boys going. So we recorded some oofs to give that that tribal sound. So let's go ahead and edit those in. We're gonna go ahead and make like what? I think 8 different tracks down here. I think we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. We have 7 tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, someone got lost. That's okay. I don't know why one is lost, but we'll deal with it. Okay, so these are going to be our tribal chants. Now, we're going to have to. I'm going to mix these completely separate from any of the other tracks. So I'm going to bus all these. We'll do chant left 2, chant right 2. Again, it's important to be tedious with your chant left, and we'll do like chant middle, chant mid, and chant mid. It's important to be tedious with this kind of stuff because I get lost, you know? Okay, so let's start with these. I think this is Vince's first. Okay. So, that's a huh. What's this? 2 hus. What's this? Alright, those are all Vince. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send this to a bus, and I'm going to make this my chant bus. I'm just going to copy the ones that we have right now because it's a good starting place. Now, something that I like to do, and this is different, but easy. Okay. So because this is a very big chant, I don't really necessarily need echo on it, but I want a very big reverb on this. Very big. That's pretty big. Now, a fun trick that I like to do is go into here and start with a preset. It's called Arena Bathroom. But basically what this is it gives a very large chanting effect. But I got to go in and tweak it because it sounds funky when you start it off. Like that sounds like I'm underwater, right? So, I'm going to turn the frequencies up on the high. Again, still, we're like lost in a bathroom. There we go. Turn down that mix a bit. There we go. Listen to that. So, without it, now, it just gives a wider effect, right? So I'm going to move these over, make these very big. We're going to put this at 37. I'm going to copy this and move it over to the other 37. Let's hear what these sound like together. Cool. Cool. Let's put this guy. Okay. So again, I'm going to, and I made that left, so I'm going to make this actually chant right. And then we'll do chant left 2 and then chant right 2. And then this will actually be just chant M's all the way through. So let's go ahead and continue this. Now, these are going to be different. Now, what I'm going to do to really let this be living on its own space is I'm going to put this through a decapitator. And as you can tell, it's distorted, but in the mix, you're not going to be able to hear that. I'm going to get rid of all this background noise. Awesome. And we're going to put that on the other side as well. And as we're already sounding... Here we go. Alright, so you guys can hear that that's sounding kind of rad. Now let's move on over to these guys. Where are we at here? These are mine. These are my lower... I don't know why that sounds like that. Sorry, I'm just in my head right now. Okay, so I'm gonna pop on my little Ultra Boy and we're gonna format this down. And the goal of what I'm trying to do is just give myself, because this was recorded with 2 people, right? So what we're doing is making it sound like a group of people chanting. So I am altering the pitch of my voice. What's this? Perfect. And I'll probably just put a decapitator on these guys here. So let's see. Okay. So, and I'll move these guys, sure, to the left or the right. There we go. What do we got? So we can just get rid of all this shit. So this is part of the tedious cleanup process of the vocals. You don't want this stuff making noise in your mix because that's bad news, bears! Okay, here we go.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a poleaxe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death that I might. Swinging a blow, watch him go smite. Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us. That I'm sensing you defenseless. That I mention my intentions. That I carve out your intestines.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
Ever thought of stereo paying some of the vocals to expand them? DA Games, yes, absolutely. In terms of like a VST for the stereo, I usually don't add... Oh, fuck. I usually don't add any additional... What is my sister saying? Happy Monday, thinking of you. Thanks, sissy, love you. I don't usually add any additional stereo imaging to my vocals. I typically like to have my vocals sitting right in the center. As far as beefing up the vocal tracks, I do that when things come in. I'll show you here. So right here, as you can see, I have the left and the right panned out to -18. It's not much, but these are all tripled up tracks, and I have them vocal lined so they are perfectly in sync and actually frequency wise not going to have any phase. But
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster.
And you can hear that doubled up effect. Suck by Ashley. We have 2 Pokemon Go songs that we did when that craze was taking over the internet. So we do have some. So definitely go check those out if you're interested in Pokemon. Now, moving on to Vinny Noose's portion of this song.
They call us samurai. Shoot, don't keep it up, blow your mind. We may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed to fight with honor. So tight as I hold on to.
Where do we want to triple them up?
He here to blow your mind. We may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed
to fight with honor, I think, is where we want to come in. Azul Uriel, what's up? Thank you for coming to the stream. We enjoy you having in here. I'm gonna fade these in so we don't have any issues. All right.
They call us samurai, Shugoki hit.
Now I need to put Vince on his own tracks because Vince doesn't sound the same as me. So I'm gonna be this Vince left. I'm just copying these as a bass track, parallel, and to the right. Cool. Vinny reminds me of a dope French guy. I could get that vibe. I feel that. All right, do we have 4 up here? So I got 4 up here. Let's move that. Ah, shit, I moved it. Okay. So we're just gonna do this, and I think we have to bounce. No, we have to put all these to another bus. So we're gonna put those to bus 5. I'm very bad with naming my buses. And we'll just call this Vinny, and we want it to have the same sound as the beginning of it. So I'm gonna copy and paste, but we're gonna make some tweaks. So this is Vince's main track.
They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em.
As you can hear, Vince has a much lower tone than I do, you know?
They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed to fight with honor. So tight as I hold on to your neck and it snaps into your teeth pursues to rescue you. But they call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed to fight with honor. So tight as I hold on to your neck and it snaps into your teeth pursues to rescue you. But you can't get up executed. Taunting you's what I'm doing. I'm on the top of losing. That's what you get while doing. They call us samurai. No bushi here to blow your mind.
It's too.
They call us samurai. Shugoki here to blow your mind. We may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs.
Vince always had his low comes through the mic so heavy on these. I don't know why.
We were designed to fight with honor. So tight as I hold on to your neck and it snaps into your teeth pursues to rescue you. But you can't get up executed. Taunting you's what I'm doing. I'm on the top of losing. That's what you get while doing. They call us samurai. No bushi here to blow your mind. We may be quick to stab your side while you bleed out. We watch you die.
All right, that's a good first little.
They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed to fight with honor. They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may be slow, but that's okay. Mind, we may be slow, but that's okay with.
Do we want to add that?
They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may be slow, but.
I don't know.
Mind, we may be slow, but that's okay.
Whoa, ho!
Shoot. They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may.
Hey! Maybe I'm gonna just see. This is more of an arrangement sort of deal, but I just want to see what it sounds like.
Mind, we may be slow. They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed to fight with honor.
Maybe there. Designed to fight with honor, and it'll come in. Let's see. Let's see what that sounds like, huh? Shall we? Also, what are these guys doing here? Can I put you on time, or did you want to be off time completely, or what were we doing here? Did I even edit these over here? Jesus. Goodness gracious, people. Let's get this shit on time. Ish. It's a chance, so I'm not that picky about it.
They call us samurai, Shugoki hit 'em. Blow your mind, we may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed to fight with honor. So tight as I hold on to your neck and it snaps into your teeth pursues to rescue you. But you can't get up executed. Taunting you's what I'm doing. I'm on the top of losing. That's what you get while doing. They call us samurai. No bushi here to blow your mind. We may be quick to stab your side while you bleed out. We watch you die. This is war.
All right.
Side while you bleed out. We watch you die. Side while you bleed out.
It's right there.
Side while you bleed out. We watch you die. And I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war, and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
I think I'm just gonna do this.
Till we die.
I think that's what we'll do. And we'll make these chants over here I'm getting into some arranging for you guys, but I think that this is gonna make the song dope train. So let's see. Hey Rock, it's me, Poppy Allen. I'm on a YouTube account. What's up? Can I use your music background for music in my videos and I'll give you all the credit to you? Yes and no. If you want to monetize, you can't because you'll get flagged, or you just can't monetize your videos. So that's where it's gonna come right there.
Till we die. Till we die. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. The Vikings take the throne. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. Yeah, this is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. And with that faction we will wage war until we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction we will wage war till we die.
Alright. Let's move this on over. This is sounding super sick. Really into this track. Is this right?
We will wage war until we die. This is war and I'm a warrior.
Okay. So, let's get back on over to here. I'm getting ahead of the game, folks. Ahead of the game. Thank you for everybody still watching the stream. I know this is not for everybody. Definitely not for everybody. So, appreciate it. Appreciate it. I think y'all are enjoying it, though, so that's always good. Okay. So, we're going to duplicate that. We're going to duplicate that. I'm making tracks now for... shit. Wait. Shit! I messed up. Left, middle, middle, right, left. Where's the left one? There we go. Left. So this will be break left, break M, parallel, and then we'll do break right. I'll just move it over here. Cool. Bop. All right. So let's move all you guys up north, going into the break territory. Now, again, we don't want these guys to be tripled up yet at all, I don't think. Let's see. No, it's going to be...
Till we die. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. The Vikings did...
I have way too much low end on my voice.
With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. The Vikings take the throne. With the raven we have taken.
Alright, so now the low end is gone.
With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. The Vikings take the throne. With the raven we have taken.
That sounds sick. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on. Let's grab some... Where are these at? Are these on... These might be alright to use here.
With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are... With the raven we have...
That's funky. I think this got fucked up. So let's see something. Something's funky here, guys.
With the raven we have...
That's not right. Something happened with some editing. So we're going to go in here. We're going to grab these, and we're going to move them where they need to be. And this should sound a little better.
With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats.
Yeah, we could use that track, but I'm not going to. I'm going to move it up because they are fifth, and they're not the like... They're a funky harmony, but they sound good in the mix. They just don't sound as good that loud, in my opinion. So let's see.
With the raven we have taken all the factions, we are breaking all the bones, we slice the throats.
All right.
With the raven we have taken.
Again, I'm using the micro shifter as a kind of an expander. As DA Games came in here, he started asking if I do anything to widen the vocals, and yes, that is something that I do to do that. All the factions with all the Ray-Bans. I like it.
With the raven we have taken all the factions, we are breaking all the bones, we slice the throats. Yeah, with the raven we have taken all the factions, we are.
All right, cool. Now let's hear what Vinny's doing.
Take the throne. Take the throne.
Let's get some echo on there.
Take the throne. Take the throne. Take the throne. Take.
Yeah, type in 1, 2, 3 if you think this song's gonna turn out killer, because you guys can't really hear it the same I can. So I'm just curious what you guys think.
Take the crown.
All the factions we are breaking all the bones, we slice the throats. Yeah, this is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor, and without faction we will.
All right.
We have taken all the factions, we are breaking all the bones, we slice the throats. Yeah, this is war and I'm a warrior.
Okay, cool. So this is our chorus again. And I will probably send all these guys over to what? Chorus? This probably makes sense. Let's see.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor, and without faction we will wage war until we die. Yeah.
Again, I'm putting on my decapitator. Azul Uriel. This is a Logic 10. I was using a program called Melodyne yesterday to go over how I do mashups. So if you're curious on that, you guys can watch that video as well. Echo? Nope. No echo, dude. I'm sorry?
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor, and without faction we will wage war until we die.
Alright.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for
Now,
honor, and without faction we will wage war until we die. This is war.
okay. Now I can drag this out. And then we'll copy these guys, move these up. So this will be my harmony. Louisa, what's up? Thanks everybody in the stream right now. I know it's a funky time for y'all. I would have done it later today, but I gotta get this sucker done. So, here I am. Okay. Now that's on there. Let's put some extra reverb on there, huh? Because that's what it wants. So we're gonna go up to again our EMT 140. Little long. See ya, Shamar. Shamir, however you pronounce it. All right.
do it for honor. With our factions, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
Alright, there we go. Let's grab these again. We're going to definitely have this be our ending.
Till we die. We die. Till we die.
Alright. We'll leave that there. Let's see what we got going on, huh?
Till we die. Till we die. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. The Vikings take the throne. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats.
Do I want to keep Vinny's Take the Thrones? That might sound kind of sick. Let's see here. Let's...
Take the throne. Take the throne.
Put on a doubler.
Take the throne. Take the throne. Take the we have taken all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. Yeah.
Oh, it goes right there. Whoops. Alright. Let's see if his sounds good over this. Right here.
Till we die. Till we die. Till we
That sounds sick. Alright.
die.
Now I don't want the doubler's a little too doubly, so I'm gonna move it over to a bus. And let's see if this sounds a little bit better.
All the factions we are breaking up.
I'm also gonna compress his vocal a little bit here, because it's in the mix and
Take the throne. Take the
I just want to level it out a little bit more.
with the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats.
So I'm gonna do something kind of cool. This is war. Who is this? All right. See you, Louisa. All right, so guys, check this out. I'm gonna do something kind of cool. So I'm gonna grab this chorus and I'm gonna take this down. And I'm gonna copy it. And I'm gonna bring it over here. Watch this. And what I'm gonna do is line it up, first of all. Let's see if it's lined up.
This is war and I'm a
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is flex time this, and it's gonna be funkalicious, and we'll see if it works. But I'm going to drag out the war so it sounds, so I just, this is war! And let's see if I can do that without it fucking up the audio too much. It might fuck it up, I don't know. Move over. Move over. I don't want you. I don't want you. Okay. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Uh-oh, hold on.
This is war.
Oh, it's that part, huh?
This is war.
Ah, you guys. I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is. This is war.
This is war.
Alright. This is war. So I'm going to see if I can do this here real quick. Watch this. So, I'm going to export this on its own. Listen to this. Let's see. Without any effects.
This is war.
This is war is what I'm exporting, right? So I'm going to basically take this portion. Let's bounce this out as a WAV file. I'm going to call this War Melodyne. Now, I could go and record this, but I'm going to show you guys some cool tricks. Let's see if this works. So we're going to go into Melodyne. I'm going to load up that I just made. It's called War Melodyne. This is war.
This is war.
So let's drag it out.
This is war.
So
This is war.
and now we want to cut it here.
This is war. This is war. This is war.
Again, this is just in the background.
This is war.
Alright, so what I just basically did is, without having to go in the studio and sing anything else, I grabbed an audio track and I'm going to drag it into here. To put in bounces? Yeah. So let's drag it into here now.
This is war.
Really?
This is war.
Why didn't it go longer? I don't know, but you get the picture. So now we have this part.
This is war.
War. But now I can drag that out.
This is war.
I don't know why that didn't drag so long, but whatever. So we're going to pop it into here, and I'm going to basically drag this. What? Why can't I drag it?
This is war.
Fine, I'll do this. No. We're going to extend this out. Huh? Let's see if this works.
This is war.
Alright, so as you can tell,
This is war.
so you'll never know the difference, right? So this is just a cool little trick, and I'm gonna pop on some heavy reverb. And it will stop right here. Or maybe it is gonna stop there. This is war. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That is really cool. So I'm going to automate that. So that's very in there. What's up, Shelly Cougar?
Yeah,
do it for honor. With our passion, we will wage war till we die. Till we die. Till we die. Till we die.
Dope, guys. That's the basic final mix of this. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. See you, Shamir.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death in a might. Swinging a blow, watch him go smite. Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us. That I'm sensing you defenseless. That I mention my intentions. That I call out your intestines.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die. They call us samurai, Shugoki hit or blow your mind. We may be slow, but that's okay with dying lungs. We were designed to fight with honor, so tight as I hold on to your neck and it snaps into your team pursues to rescue you, but you can't get up executed. Taunting you's what I'm doing. I'm on the top, you're losing. That's what you get while doing. They call us samurai, no bushi here to blow your mind. We may be quick to stab your side while you bleed out. We watch you die. I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die. Till we die. Taken all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throat.
See you, Shamir.
The Vikings take the throne. With the raven we have taken all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throat.
What's up, Jeremiah? I want to go again. So guys, that's the basic mix of this track right now. I do have some different edits to make, which I'll just go ahead and start making those. But you guys, that's essentially, and I did a lot of pre-mixing for this event, so you know I wasn't spending time doing stupid things that you guys don't want to watch. But essentially, thank you, Zachary, appreciate it, man. I do want to add some more reverb to this a little bit. What is this track? This is called the chant track. So I want to add a little more reverb to this chant track because I'm not feeling it exactly. What's up, Doug? Doug's coming in here to hang out with everybody. What's up? All right, so let's listen to these again on their own. Too much. Ugh. That's a little better. Jeremiah, what did you just say? That is absolute blasphemy. I love it.
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. I try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death in a might. Swinging a blow, watch him go smite.
I want to add a...
Lawbringers, peacekeepers, and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. I try to cut you in half, I'm a monster. Need a doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death.
Maybe there?
Doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight.
I want to add a hoof somewhere. I don't know where. Let's see. Where's the hoof?
Peacekeepers and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor.
Maybe right there. We fight for honor. Hoof.
And we fight for honor cause we're flawless.
Or maybe on flawless?
And we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut.
Yeah, it should be on. It should be right there. Fight for honor cause we're foof. And then drop it in.
Peacekeepers and conquerors. Reunite with the knights and we fight for honor cause we're flawless. But try to cut you in half, I'm a monster.
There it
Need a
is.
doctor with a pole axe sticking out of your back. Relax, fight to the death in a might. Swinging a blow, watch him go smite. Chaining together my moves despite the odds are against us. And I'm sensing you defenseless that I mentioned my intentions. I carve out your intestines.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die.
So Vinny needs an extra little compression here. I don't know why.
Action, we will.
On we, he just needs extra compression. I don't know why, but that's really fucking weird.
We will win.
It's just we. Just we needs to be like turned down.
Action, we will win. With our faction, we will wage war. With our faction, we will wage war till we die.
Just turned it down a little bit. For some reason, that one thing was up.
This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die.
See ya, Zool!
They call us samurai. Shugoki, hit or blow your mind. Samurai, Shugoki.
So something that really bothers me is lips. Is lips on instrumentals or on vocals. Look at this. You just hear it. Lips. Call a samurai. Fucking hate it. It's so fucking obnoxious.
They call us samurai. Shugoki, hit or blow your mind. We may be slow, but that's okay with iron lungs. We were designed to fight with honor. So tight as I hold on to your neck and it snaps into your teeth pursues to rescue you, but you can't get up executed. Continues what I'm doing. I'm on the top, you're losing. That's what you get while dueling. They call us samurai. No bushi, hit or blow your mind. We may be quick to stab your side while you bleed out. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood and I'm a warrior.
Da, da.
Quick to stab your side while you bleed out. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will win.
I gotta grab that Wii again. Fucking A, man. That Wii.
Our faction, we.
You know what, Wii? Get on down. Come on down to the show, baby.
Action, we will wage war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will wage war till we die. Till we die. Till we die. Till we die. With the faith we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. The Vikings take the throne. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking, all the bones we slice the throats. Yeah, this is warrior, warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction, we will win war till we die. This is war and I'm a warrior. Spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our faction,
Do we want, like...
With the raven we have taken, the Vikings take the throne. With the raven we have
Like maybe pulling these on the ones?
take the throne. With the raven we have taken, all the factions we are breaking. All alone, it's like the bones. Yeah, this is warrior, warrior. Will this glory till we fall? Yeah, this is warrior, warrior. Will this glory till we fall? Alone with our passion, we will reach for till we die. Warrior, spill this blood, we do it for honor. With our passion, we will wait for till we die. Till we die. Till we die. Till we die.
All right. That's basically the full mix, you guys. I'm really liking how this song's turning out. I don't know about these chants at the end, but I think maybe the last chorus.
Till we die. Till we die. Till we die. Till we die.
There you have it, guys. I have some final compression to do, bouncing, putting it into stems, all that good stuff. But that is essentially the quick version of how I mix my vocals. And for this track specifically, as you can see, there's a lot of vocal tracks in here. We have 50 different tracks. Got a lot of different plugins on everything. Everything has its own EQ. Everything's bussed to certain things. It's quite the tedious process. Someone actually made a comment the other day that we don't put any time into our work anymore, and I just hope that person comes and watch some of these live streams, and then I would like him to tell me the same thing after he watches one. Anyway, well, I gotta go ahead and finish this song up. I gotta take Douglas to the dog park because he's been laying around. He's been pretty good today, so I'm gonna take him on over there. But thank you all for coming to this live stream. This is absolutely awesome. Vinny and I are going to be live streaming Resident Evil DLC tonight, so be sure to come on down and check that out. Until then, y'all, I'll catch you then. Thank you for coming. Game on. Later.